this season.
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Austin Reeves. LeBron James is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Count that one for Dort.
Listen, that is all you can do defensively. Lou Dort, at times, is just going to make tough shots.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game we saw him score 32. From 11 feet away, Dort misses.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in, Doncic, he gets it in there.
Excellent read by Finney-Smith. Boy, has he improved his passing ability.
Here's Oklahoma City. It's a three-point game. Fires from deep. Dort misses.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
First personal foul.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for 2, Williams.
He's off on the first. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And he's good on the second. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Well, LeBron James always surveying the floor. Few players in the history of the game have the court vision that LeBron has.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he comes up with the deuce.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Doncic, bounce pass. Fader on the way. James misses.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And that'll tie this game up. Doncic against Williams. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Williams. To the inside. Here's Dort. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The three for Doncic. Williams with the block. Finney Smith with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Finney Smith's got 5.
Dorian Finney-Smith using that athleticism, the size, the length, the rim touch to go through contact. Nicely done.
Now here's Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Doncic against Williams. Doncic right side over Williams. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
James against Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots off the step back. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. So it's the Thunder now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Now Holmgren. Over in the corner, Dort. LeBron with some nice D.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He was extremely sharp at the free throw line in their last outing.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Reeves. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Outside Williams. Hartenstein inside. He's against Hachimura. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 6.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
Passes to Hartenstein. Williams looking over the floor. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Oklahoma City shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Williams.
And that one falls for Williams.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Now, here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
LeBron against Dort. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith, increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Now, here's Dort. There's the pass to Williams. He takes it in. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And the shot goes in. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Alexander finds Holmgren, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite a resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom. I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And that one falls for Hachimura.
Rui Hachimura, a guy who's willing to slot into whatever position the team needs him and works hard to help out on every single play. You love the hustle and the attitude.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. The Lakers also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for James. Goodwin comes in for Austin Reeves. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic. Hachimura heads them both.
The skill set of Rui Hachimura is enticing, guys. A big man who can stretch the floor with his shooting, obviously of huge value in the modern game.
Now here's Williams. Here's Wiggins. Out to Wallace. Pass to Caruso. Over Finney-Smith. That one wide left. Lakers leading by 5. Goodwin passes to Hachimura. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Vincent with it. Wallace is there. Just fine on the clock. With the shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here is Caruso. Outside Williams. Pass to Joe. Lets the 3 fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Isaiah Joe, a sweet shooter, folks. That 3 ball is on point.
Here's Vincent. Still without a basket. They get it again. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.